of pizza, they might think of that slice of pepperoni, maybe a cold beer on side. But when you think of gourmet pizza, there's only one place in Belleville. That's Paulo's, and don't forget about its sister restaurant, Dinkle's. Here we are in the main kitchen with Paul Dinkle, and I got to say, Paul, you have been around in the restaurant business for how many years now?
In Belleville since 1978.
1978. So just after Star Wars came out, you said, I got to open a restaurant.
Yeah. Actually, I did operate in Toronto for a while as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my original part.
And when we think about the stuff that you've been doing and how widespread it is now, you know, the wood oven pizza and everything, you were one of the originators of that.
Yes, I saw the potential there. I saw people wanted something a little bit different. Not everybody believed in it, but I believed in it, and away we went.
Away we went. Now, you, of course, have two restaurants. Everybody knows Dinkle's, right? And, of course, Paulo's Trattoria. And they're completely different in the way that the whole idea of how you're being served and the kind of food as well. Although you can get some of the same, and that's what's awesome, too, because here we are in this kitchen. So if you have a Dinkle's favorite and somebody feels like pizza, you'll cook it up for them and vice versa, right?
Absolutely. That's the whole idea behind. We are able to operate out of one kitchen, but at the same time, when you bring a friend with you, oh, today I feel like a rack of lamb. And the other person says, no, I'd rather really have a pizza. So we can do both.
Now, I know this about Paul a little bit. You travel to Toronto. Freshness is so important for you. So seafood-wise, you'll travel to Toronto every week to get fresh fish.
I brought up fresh salmon up. Can you bring me a pail of salmon in? I just brought up yesterday. Bring it in. Show it to them. Because we have the real thing here. We don't, you know, it's not frozen. No, that makes us different.
Isn't that the key, though? People come into this part of the world now, whether it's Prince Edward County or here in Belleville, and nobody expects frozen. It's got to be fresh because we have a reputation now.
Absolutely. We are on in an area where there is fishing going way back to the 1800s or before, and people still identify with this area as being a fishing area. Absolutely.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Dinkle's. Dinkle's has always been that restaurant to go for the best special occasion or that romantic night out. It's absolutely a beautiful restaurant. And the thing is, you know, in this day of $65 steaks and $300 Japanese steaks, and trust me, I've seen a $1,200 steak on a menu, really, you can get all that incredible food in a beautiful restaurant, and you're not going to have to go to the bank for it. It's incredible value. You've maintained the value.
We believe it's the best value east of Toronto.
Yeah, it's
Really.
amazing.
And it's fresh.
And continental food, right?
It is a variety of it. We always have fresh vegetables, very important. The pasta or the roast potato, whatever else, everything is fresh. We don't take it out of the freezer. That's how I've been trained, going way back. Before time?
Yeah, well that's good. And then of course we go to the Paulo side, and when you think of Paulo's, you think of fresh gourmet pizza, incredible pastas. And I was talking to somebody the other day and I said, you know what, who doesn't love Italian food? Like really, name somebody who doesn't like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can't go to Italy, come to Paulo's.
One of the things that Paulo's is famous for, of course, is the wood oven pizza. So you need a couple things. You first of all need a wood oven, and then you need incredible pizza dough. Paul, look at this. This is not out of some kind of refrigerator, is it?
No. We made this fresh.
We made it fresh, and who's our pizza guy here?
Matthew is our pizza guy today.
Hello. Pizza, fantastic, we're excited. Okay, so flour is an integral part, right?
Oh, you gotta have the flour.
And you gotta make it big enough for somebody. This is a dinner pizza, right? This isn't no wussy lunchtime pizza. Somebody's coming in, they want some wine, they want some pizza. You gotta make it for the plate.
Yes, one of the big favorites here, other than what gourmet we have on right now, is the carnivore, a meat pizza.
Yeah, I have no idea what that might be like. What would be on a carnivore pizza? Would you have the ham?
We have the ham,
Sausage?
the sausage,
Pepperoni?
the salami.
The salami? Is there bacon?
There is some bacon on it. If it's meat, it's on there.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah. That
And
sounds
mamma mia, it's good.
great. Yeah. All right, so we're stretching this out, hand stretched.
Yeah.
And it's important not to super stretch it, right? 'Cause
No, you got to go a little bit at a time, you know? Just like grandmother taught you, you know?
Yeah. Not my grandmother. No. All right. Okay, so look at that. He's made a pizza before in his life.
So here we go.
Now you're Swiss, right?
My background is Swiss, yeah.
Swiss. And you got to love the Swiss, right? Because you got Italy on one side, France on the other, Germany on the other, right?
Yeah.
And so you
And
guys
Austria.
and you get to know all of that, right?
That's the beauty about if you're in a country like Switzerland, which
Yeah.
is, it's an island with, surrounded by countries. And so we take a little bit from all countries. I mean, it has 4 national languages,
Yes.
the country.
Let me go. I know. Okay, so you're French,
French,
you're German,
German,
right? You're Italian,
Italian.
Flemish, right?
Oh, it's Romanish. Romanish is sort of in the mountains. It became a national language in the 50s sometime. It sort of more was used by in the monasteries.
So Matthew's just done an incredible job here. What's on here, Paul?
We have the bechamel on the bottom, and then we add the cheese to it, which is in this case it's Mott's and cheddar mix, and then we add the bacon to it, tomatoes, the pears, and the caramelized onions.
Well, and so with the pear, trust me, pear and pig go so well together,
Very
right?
much
So it's gonna offset the flavors, and when it all cooks and melts together, happiness. All right, let's get it in the oven. This is gonna be good. Look at that. He's got the wrist action here. Right now, Paul, as we speak, our delicious pear pizza is cooking in this oven, and you can feel the heat. And I know this wood is trapping in the heat and creating a high heat, but what's so amazing about this is a natural way of cooking, so you need wood. How much wood do you go through a year?
Well, we go about 18 to, it's around, let's say around 20 cords. I guess that's what you call them, right? So we store it out back. We have mounds out there, and it has to be at least a year or so old, and it has to be a certain size, both length and in the size, and it has to be a mixture of it. If it's just hardwood, so if you need immediate heat, just hardwood will not do it. So you need to have a little bit of both.
It's pretty hot, actually. Does anybody have any copper tone? I'm getting a little bit of a
Yes.
tan. Hold it. I'm going to get this side now.
It's somewhere around 500 degrees, but it can go as high as 700-800 degrees.
Now, do you ever cook anything else in here, like roast and things like that?
Sausage is in there,
Yeah.
we did chicken in there, and a minute ago he did the salmon in there. It
Fantastic.
traps the heat.
Yeah,
it
no,
traps the flavors in there immediately.
That's great. Well, here we go, right out of the oven.
Small slice.
Fantastic. Looks delicious. Absolutely, and it smells so good. And I think maybe the pear has something to do with it. You can actually smell the sweetness.
The sweetness of it, yes, absolutely has something to do with it, yeah. And then, of course, the pear and the bacon combination, right, which
Which is so good. All right, I've already picked out my slice. That one.
Which one?
This one right here. This has, you can't see the bottom, but it actually has my name on it. So where's yours, Paul?
I'm going to go with the small
Go
one.
with this
here.
one?
Yeah.
Matthew, you cooked it. You got to try it. Okay, cheers.
Enjoy.
There you go.
Enjoy.
Delicious. So, first thing you get, some of the sweetness of the pear. You get the softness of the crust, which is amazing. And you get some of the cheese in there. And I think the cheddar makes a difference too. And the bacon, of course, finishes it off and goes so well with the pear. No wonder this is one of their best sellers here at Paulo's. I'm gonna have another bite. Here we we are in the main kitchen for Paulo's and Dinkles. And of course, yeah, pizza, so delicious. But some people like pasta. And of course, Paul, you have meat too, and people can get a steak and all that kind of stuff. But people love pasta. Back to that, who doesn't like Italian food? And so we decided we got to cook a pasta dish today. Paul, what are we going to make?
Today we're going to make a rigatoni pasta. Rigatoni with butter. And it has, of course, the red onion, the fresh parsley, and the asparagus.
And some prosciutto.
And prosciutto.
How could that not be good? So we have Jennifer that's going to cook it for us.
Jennifer is going to put that all together for us.
So we got that in the pan.
Jennifer, do you ever just kind of hit your head? Hit your head?
Oh, as soon as you guys leave, I'm going to be reorganizing these to not do just that, yes. Now we've got some asparagus here, and definitely want to give it a wash. That looks like enough for one serving.
You got to clean your vegetables and yourself. Preferably first yourself, then the vegetables.
All right. So cut off the bottoms, kind of where you see the white. We don't want any of that stuff. It's a little bit woody, so we get rid of that.
The great thing about asparagus is now you can really get it year-round, right? It used to be just...
Indeed, yeah, that is a good thing. Of course, local is always preferable. So here we go. We've got some garlic in there. I'm just going to take that off the heat while I get the prosciutto ready. Sorry. Okay, let's...
So prosciutto, of course, is Italian ham, but it's dried. Prosciutto di Parma comes from the Parma region of Italy. And this is, like, it's so delicious, salty and yummy.
So we don't need to add much or any salt because of that. But I'll put a little bit of pepper in there.
Jennifer, you're cooking with gas here. That's great.
Yes, yes.
And of course, in a restaurant, we don't realize it's quiet right now, but if you got a full place, you guys are going nuts.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but the kitchen is designed so well that it's really set up to make our jobs a lot easier.
Yeah. It's just like my kitchen at home. It's about the same diameter. So Jennifer, with the butter and the cream, this would be more northern Italian type dish, right?
Now, I'm still learning myself. I come from a French background, and finally I get to learn some
Very
Italian.
much a northern,
They're not
with white wine, and so that's all very much northern.
very much northern Italian, which is great.
Another 30 seconds or so, and that'll be ready to be
What's
plated.
amazing here is, and this is the thing, Jennifer, with Italian cooking, it's only ever 5 or 6 ingredients, right? You never put like 42 things in because it's just about the freshness.
That's right. Not counting salt and pepper, some of the best dishes can be made with just 3 ingredients.
Yeah.
Now, not counting salt and pepper, of course.
Yeah, no, that's what's so amazing about it. Yeah, and of course, what we've just seen, you can easily make this at home too. This would not be hard. Not be hard, and boy, would it ever impress all your guests. This is a dish we could have all sorts of different noodles, right? And the cool thing with pasta is everybody can have their favorite.
Yes.
And in our grocery stores today, there's so many different shapes. Like 5-10 years ago, there was 5, and now and really good pastas as well. So we're pretty lucky here in this area.
Yeah, my favorites are actually rigatoni and capellini, or angel hair.
Yeah.
Those are my favorites. All right, that looks like it's ready to have some Asiago tossed in, and then we'll plate it. Maybe a nice sprig of garnish. Yeah. After a couple more minutes, it'll thicken up just a touch more to make it perfect.
Look at that. Very nice. So one of the cool things about Dinkles and Paulo's is that you don't always go to the store to buy some of your herbs. You grow them up on the
Absolutely,
roof.
that's right, we do. It's amazing. It's a dream come true. We have basil, we have purple basil, lemon thyme, we have some chives, rosemary, the list goes on. It's absolutely beautiful up there.
All right, right, let's have a try. You ready?
Go ahead.
Okay, I want to get a little bit of the prosciutto there and some asparagus. And here we go, this is fantastic.
Might be a bit hot.
Again, the saltiness of the prosciutto, freshness of the asparagus, which really takes away from the saltiness. Well, I've stolen another bite. Absolutely delicious, smells fantastic. Whether it's the pizza, whether it's this delicious pasta, some of the incredibly fresh fish or meat, you gotta come down to Paulo's Trattoria or Dinkle's Restaurant and remember, oh, that's good.